Thank you for coming back to my channel. This is Carol with Modified Nails, and this video I'm going to show you how to make some quick templates. Templates of your nails are great so that you can use them to quickly size wraps without having to take the wrap and measure it all out, or if it's this different size and try and measure it and cut it. I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. But anyways, as you can see here, I've already started, and I always label them left or right because your nail beds can actually be a little bit different size on each hand, depending on if you're a righty or lefty. So obviously here we've got left thumb, left index, left middle, and I cut out my left ring finger already. I'm just reusing a Jamberry gel box because I like to reduce, reuse, recycle, and it gives a good, strong, reusable template. I have to probably redo my templates, every couple months, because of just using them so much and taking them in and out of the bag. And I always use one of the wrap bags to store them in because it just makes it easier. So anyways, you just need some sort of paper, preferably some sort of cardstock, strong paper, some scotch tape or tape, whatever, just one-sided. It doesn't need to be the double sticky. And I like using a fine point Sharpie. Basically, you just take the tape, and depending on the length of your nail, is how much tape you're going to need. I obviously took a lot of tape, a lot more than I actually need, but you're going to put that on there, and you want to get it pretty smooth around your nail so that you're getting a true size. We're going to be using this quite a bit, so you want to get a true size of your nail. So don't worry so much about the length, because most likely your length is going to change, but your nail bed, the width of your nail bed and the curve of your cuticle is going to stay the same. So let's get into the camera here. To go around my tripod, so this is going to be a little bit awkward. Okay, so basically you want to draw inside the sidewall, inside the cuticle, and inside up the other sidewall. So, and then I just kind of freehand out there. But as you can see, I have that space because you want to make sure and stay inside. You don't want to draw your template to be bigger than what your nail plate is, because then you're going to constantly have wraps that are too big. And one of the big things about that is we always say, don't fear the gap, because you would rather have a little bit of a gap. See how I have a gap right there on my pinky? You'd rather have a little bit of a gap in between your wrap and your skin or your cuticle, instead of having it on the sidewall or on the cuticle, because that's when you're going to most likely have any lifting. So now that we've done the tape on it, all you gotta do is take the tape off. Voila. And then you just tape it onto your cardboard, and I'm gonna mark this left ring. Perfect. Now what? Cut it out. Simple as that. I went a little bit crooked on this one, so I'm just gonna cut that edge off there the way I free-handed my length. So the way that I trace it, so I end up always cutting just inside that line, because again, like I said, don't fear the gap. You much rather have a little gap showing than have your wrap touching your skin. So now we have a perfect template of my left ring finger. Yay! How does that help us? Well, I shall show you. First of all, here's a sheet of wraps. It's what I'm wearing right now. And one thing that you can do is you take that and you measure it up to different pieces. Let's get a little bit closer here. So you can do it on the front or you can do it on the back. It doesn't really matter. So this is usually the wrap size that I use for my left ring finger. Some people might be a little bit bigger, some might be a little bit smaller. It just depends on each person. Another thing, if you want to, you can measure it on the back. Now, one reason why you would use the back to measure is, let's say you don't want to use these two wraps here are typically what is used for pedicures. So say you don't want to use it for a pedicure and you want to use it for an accent nail. Perfect. Flip that bad boy around. And since this one has a design on it that is pretty specific, like you can't just cut anywhere, I put the template in the middle, and then you just, then you can just trace your template. I'm just doing a sloppy job of it because I'm not actually going to do it. And then once you have that traced on there, you cut that out and it's the perfect size. Another cool thing is if you have a wrap like this where the design is all over the wrap, and so it doesn't really matter where you cut the template, you can cut accent nails sideways like that if your nails are short enough to be able to use on this kind of a wrap. Basically though, that's easy. I mean, that's a really simple, easy process. I love to use templates because I don't like sitting there and going like this and trying to measure and line it up and then look on the other side. Did I get it right? Because I guarantee you, whenever I do it like that, I always mess up and I will get the wrong size, which is kind of a pain. Anyways, there we go, guys. That is how, let me tilt the camera the wrong way. That is how you make a basic template for your nails. Now do it, like I said, do it for each side. Have, you know, because your left hand and your right hand might be just a little bit different. Thanks, guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed so that you can see all of the rest of my cool, awesome, fabulous videos. Have a great day.